But the one thing I would caution is that it's sometimes scary to draw conclusions about which aspects of your service are going to matter most when you don't actually have a ton of business yet. So when I look at how relatively small the consumer business is still, like saying like one of the key components of this is like the transparency about that being delivered. Like anecdotally, I like that, but how much do you know that's going to be a kind of thing that drives somebody to buy your product?
So I have $2 million sales to date in the True Modern brand for this year.
So True Modern does that too. You show that
we sell wholesale.
I know.
Right?
Okay,
No, I don't do any of that.
All right.
So I talk to customers.
You only
constantly.
Okay. So you only have a few sales though with this interface.
But we are dealing with customers daily.
And so you just deeply know in your bones that that's one thing, and people get pissed about is paying and then not knowing where their couch is.
It's not even in my bones. I mean, we hear it.
Do they care
daily.
more about that than it being delivered 24 hours later?
We sell to Wayfair. Great example. We sell wholesale to Wayfair, right? And their Wayfair customers call us and say, "Where's my sofa? Has it even been started?"
But what's the bigger problem? Is it how fast you can get one of these things made and delivered, or is it just knowing where it is in the process? That's what I'm trying to get to.
Yeah.
You have a few different value
question.
propositions here,
Yeah.
right? And I'm just cautioning against like drawing too firm a conclusion about which of them are driving the business when it's not a huge business yet. So even if you're bullish on the business, so some of it is, okay, these are pretty cool designs. That's something you didn't totally focus on, but those are some pretty hip designs, right? They look
super modern.
mid-century modern and hip and cool, and I'm sure that's because you've been a designer for 22 years. And so I'm sure you have some cool fabrics that are hard to figure out online, but when people come into your robot-driven kiosk store hybrid thing, that'll be a competitive advantage of yours. But what I'm curious about is with relatively few data points, what are the things you think are going to be the big driver here?
Listen, I could talk to you all day about Squarespace. I love this product. All of our sites are built on Squarespace. Why? Because I can just say, hey, Bryce, hey, Ashley, hey, Jackie, just change this on the Squarespace site. Hey, can we get this up on the Launch Festival site? Hey, can we get this up on the Launch Mobile site? Hey, on the Scale Conference, on this, on that. It instantly gets done. It's easy to use. Squarespace makes beautiful websites so simply. They have all these great design templates. You pick one, and all of a sudden, it looks like you spent $250,000 on your website. Literally, these designers a lot of designers are very upset. A lot of web shops are very upset about Squarespace. I've seen this many times where they would normally spend, people would spend $20,000, $50,000, $100,000 on a website, and Squarespace does it for dollars a month, like $10 a month. It's unbelievably affordable, and everything, it starts at $8 a month, by the way. Everything is responsive. So when you pull it up on your iPad or your phone, you have to pinch and zoom to see the website. It all just works. And you're not at, bent over a barrel by all these crazy developer freelancers who then disappear for months. They go, on a hike and they go bike across the United States while your website still isn't responsive or still isn't working. You need to have a professional group behind your website, and that is Squarespace. They also support e-commerce now, and they just keep adding features. Like they have a calendar feature that's really good right now, and there's all these little plugins and little, craftsmanship that make the site look so good. I love the product. You can start your free trial today with no credit card required, and when you decide to sign up for Squarespace, please use the offer code TWiST to get 10% off your first purchase. Squarespace, build it beautiful. Build it beautiful. Please. It's a lot of ugly stuff going on in the world. A lot of ugly websites. Just use Squarespace and make the world beautiful. That's not their tagline, but I love beautiful websites. When I see a beautiful website for a conference, I buy a ticket. When I see a beautiful website for a product, I buy the product. When I see a beautiful website for a service or a startup, I want to meet with them. Go to squarespace.com and have a great, beautiful website. It's trusted by millions of people, including some of the most respected brands of the world. Their technology is state-of-the-art, secure, easy to use, scalable. You don't need to have a developer do it. I could talk for days. Thank you, Squarespace, for being one of my longest-running sponsors for This Week in Startups. I truly appreciate it. It means a lot to me. Okay, let's get back to the program.